Hello, you wonderful people. So on Saturday, which this video is going up on Friday, so basically about a week ago, Netflix released like a little video announcing like, hey, Jessica Jones season 2 is coming out March 8th, which I'm super excited about. Obviously, if you haven't seen the announcement video, a link in the description. It's a lot of cut up bits and pieces of season 2. It's not like an official trailer, so obviously like anything, a lot of stuff is out of context and stuff like that. But we got a little peek into season 2, so I thought that was pretty neat. Basically, I want to take this video to kind of like talk about some of the things I'd like to see, or I think that we obviously can expect from season 2. If you have not seen season 1 of Jessica Jones, you really should change it. It's a very good show. It's one of those shows that like it has superhero elements, but it doesn't feel like a superhero show. You get what I mean? It's very detective-like, and I think that's one of the many amazing things about the show and what it does. I mean, to be fair, I'd say that about every Netflix show, superhero Marvel show, but that, I mean, that's just me. So obviously I'm going to be talking to spoilers, so if you've not seen season 1 of Jessica Jones in particular, do change that, because it's like, it's well worth it, and you know, if you feel the need to, you can come back to this video afterwards. So once again, I will be going into spoilers, so keep that in mind if you're continuing to watch this video. So obviously this is taking place after the events of the Defenders, which I'm kind of interested about with certain things, like, because it's the little bit we've seen, it makes it seem like there might possibly be a new love interest in Jessica's life, possibly. Maybe it seems like there's like a new, and maybe it has something to do with the cases she's connected to this season or not, I don't know. Which kind of be interesting if she did get like a new love interest, because obviously, you know, even Defenders kind of touched on that weird awkwardness between her and Luke, which to me, I kind of wish I didn't know about her and Luke being a couple in the comic books, because them being together in my mind is the same thing as like Mary Jane and Spider-Man. It's just one of those things that's like meant to be. Even that situation gets a little complicated because there's the whole Gwen Stacy as well as other love interests he's had throughout all of the comic books, in particular Spider-Man and stuff like that. But it's like, when it comes to like love interests, my go-to is always like Peter and Mary Jane. That's the go-to, like in particular Marvel couple for me. So nevertheless, it's just kind of interesting to see what's going to happen with all of that, you know, because Luke's with Claire, so I mean, like I said, things are weird and awkward between them, so I mean, they're on good terms now, like after, you know, the events of Defenders, but still. A big thing, obviously, like season 1 touched on it a tiny bit, but I'd like to dive a little bit more, obviously, into Jessica's past, because obviously that's connected to how she got her powers, especially because season 1 basically set it up that basically the whole Samson storyline, which I'm very interested to get back to that too. I don't know if we'll see hide or hair of that in season 2 or not, but basically the group that's connected to whatever Samson's connected to is connected to how Jessica got her powers too. So it's probably a situation, it might be similar to Luke's situation, where it's like, you know, she was experimented on when she was a kid, or, you know, something like that. You know, maybe after a car accident that killed her family, maybe, you know, they experimented on her because it's like, oh, no one's going to miss her because she doesn't really have any family, that type of thing. But it's like I said, it was something that was brought up, but it was never like really tapped into, so I'd be kind of interested to see more of that. I'd also like to get a little bit more of a look at Trish and her mom's situation too, because it's like, obviously her mom's a wild card situation, very abusive and just kind of destructive and controlling. We got a taste of that in season 1, but I'd be kind of interested to see if we got any more of that in season 2, especially because her mom tries to be in Trish's good graces in season 1, and it seemed like they're making steps in that direction, but still, I don't know if that's something they'd kind of play up at all in season 2 or not. Another thing I'd be kind of interested in is more PI work, because like I think that's what, like, the detective angle is one of the strongest angles of this show, and I think they do a very good job of that. And I'm very curious to, like, because season 1, like, everything was connected to Killgrave, so I'm curious to see, like, whether they do something similar to that this season. Because, like, the only non-Killgrave related case she ever took was that case where that lady and her husband set her up to try and kill Jessica, because it's like, oh, they blamed her for basically the incident that happened, you know, basically the events of the first Avengers movie, and basically it's like, oh, you superpowered freaks are around here, you're a danger, blah 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 blah, trying to kill Jessica, that whole situation. That's the only non-related case. I mean, the reason why Jessica took it, because it's like, okay, this case came around the same time Killgrave is back in my life, it's like, okay, this might possibly be connected. But every other case, like, so like 99% of everything else she did throughout throughout the show was connected to Killgrave. So I'm curious to see if they would do that in season 2, where they kind of stretch it out a little bit more and do more PI work. To be fair, like, I think it probably isn't a show that will probably lend too well to that, just because it's like, for them, it's probably, they have to show like, no, it's this straightforward storyline that everything is moving towards that. We can't have any divergences. Yes, you can have like side stories and stuff like that, which is kind of what I'd want to see, like more side stories. So I'd be kind of interested to see more PI work from her in season 2. But like I said, it might be more tailored towards like, no, like we're focusing on the main story. Like even her PI work, all of it's towards this one main goal. And since I brought him up, Killgrave, I do know that obviously like this is well before now, like the whole, like, it's kind of spoilers, but I do know that there were set photos that had David Tennant on set and everything. So it's like, okay, so he's going to be in season 2, probably not in the form of like Killgrave still alive or something like that. Could possibly be that, but it's probably more so like the aspect of Killgrave's haunting her. Like, and I think that's such a good decision to do that, because it's like the whole Killgrave situation isn't something you just get over. Like, you know, even though Jessica got her revenge, she actually killed him and everything, but I don't think that's going to change everything that she experienced while being under his control. You know, it might be stuff like we see more of it like this season. Like we saw bits and pieces last season, but maybe we'll see more of it, like, and maybe it'll be connected to this case. You know, maybe it kind of makes her relive her trauma from those Killgrave days. And because it's like, I think it also is going to be nice setup for the fact is that even if you deal with your demons, you know, that they still have a way of controlling you and haunting you. I think it's going to be a big piece of what we could see in season 2 as well with that whole situation. And along those same lines, I'm curious to see what a main antagonist would be like in that season, because interestingly enough, Jessica Jones is the only one amongst all the shows, like all 6 shows at this time, that has a super powered main antagonist, because every other show has like a main antagonist who's just kind of a crime boss type of situation. This is the only show that had like a super powered one. And Daredevil kind of, and just because of the whole hand situation, the same thing for Iron Fist. But then again, Iron Fist's real main antagonist was like, yes, it was the hand, but at the same time it was insert Iron Fist main antagonist, just, you know, not wanting to spoil it for anyone. And even for the Defenders, it's kind of like, well, the same thing kind of applies there. I mean, I guess Defenders have like a super powered main antagonist as well. I mean, but then again, it's kind of jumbled with the hand and everything, which the hand has a whole like, well, we're more so like coming back from the dead type of thing, but there are some people with special abilities and stuff like that. So, but amongst like the core 5 shows, that being Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, as well as Punisher, then it's like, that this is the only show with one. See whether they do that or not this season. Like, you know, would they keep up and use another superpowered person, or would this be more so connected to the whole Samson situation, where it's like, oh yeah, these are, you know, she crosses paths with people who are turned into perfect killing machines, type of soldier deal. I don't know if that's something she'll kind of deal with or not. I'd like to see more of the superpowered angle. I'd like her to go up against an antagonist like that. I mean, ultimately we just have to wait and see. A lot of this is just preliminary. This is stuff like right off the bat I'd like to see, and some, you know, like obviously, like I'll probably like have another video in the future where I talk about, you know, probably more in-depth stuff when an official trailer drop, which probably won't be until like late January, early February, around that time. So if there's when an official trailer drops, then I'll probably talk a little bit more about it. But these are just preliminary thoughts about like what I'd like to see in season 2 and what I think we could expect in season 2. In the comments down below, tell me your thoughts about everything. You know, some stuff that, you know, maybe I missed out on it. Like, hey, I'd like to see this in season 2. You know, just let me know all your thoughts about that. But really, that's all I want to talk about in this video. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.